official welcome. We're there with the Yardman podcast, Davian and Tonil, with the number one Jamaican podcast in Europe, number one Jamaican podcast in the world soon. We soon become the king of the podcast. Just like how people can be king of the dancehall,
Dancehall.
we will be the king of the podcast.
That is it.
But
I
right, that is
manifest it,
right.
so we're putting it out there, putting it out there. And today we have London Yard TV with Oscar, who is a DJ, musician, podcaster, videographer, I don't
Everything.
know, producer, every
A jack of all trade.
jack of
Jack
all
of all
trades,
trades, you see it. Yeah,
artistic
man.
as well. Big up to him,
Hold on.
live from London right now. Grew up in
Big up
Jamaica.
yourself, people.
Yeah, man. So check out his channel as well. He actually puts out more content than us, especially as it pertains to dancehall and I tune in. It's normally a good vibe, a good listen, good reasoning with him, and I always comment on his stuff because he always triggers something. So we want some of that energy here tonight. Some of
Most
that
definitely.
fire to blaze over here. And we decided that today we needed it's always Jamaicans talking about the dancehall culture and stuff, but I don't think we have a exclusivity on it anymore. Dancehall has traveled the world, and we have Don Ferret Music here, who is a DJ musician in the dancehall scene for a long time now, pushing dancehall in Spain, which is not the easiest thing to do.
No,
Dancehall artists feel a lot of them feel like once they put out good music, it will make it cross the ocean. But as Oscar always said, some of them are canoe
I know
boat
both.
artists,
I know both.
so they're not going to make it. So today, me and Tony, I think we're gonna keep our thoughts a bit to ourselves, a little bit, express a little, but we want to have a discussion firstly, since this is our first live of the year, about how our podcast will be. Talk about old school and new school dancehall music. If you're tuning in and you don't know anything about dancehall music, this is the perfect episode for you to learn about an entire new culture, entire new way of listening music. And if you're in Spain, this is where you learn that your music evolved from this. And 90%, I would say, of the songs that you vibe into in the club, they're remixes, translations,
Tell
and not
them.
originals of dancehall music. No offense to you.
no,
Yep.
no.
I always find it a bit
Yeah,
weird, when I'm in a Spanish club and I hear a song with my Spanish friends and they're like, you know this song? I'm like, you know this song?
Some
This is a remix.
yeah.
This is a remix. This is not the original.
Jamaican
And,
foundation.
and kill them dead right then and there. I'm the one lying until they do the research and realize
Yeah.
reggaeton essentially is a Google translator for dancehall
Yeah.
music.
The
Straight
Puerto
up.
Ricans appropriated some of the classics of the dancehall in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
And
man.
they are making some money with that, and the Jamaicans don't see money about that.
No.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly, exactly. They make a lot of money and they don't contribute back to
Yeah.
the culture as well. But big ups to the artists that do. Tonil, let them know what them can expect from me and you this year with the podcast in terms of plans and stuff.
So guys, big up to all everybody were there in the YouTube live. Big up yourself, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for making it the Yardman podcast on a Friday evening when you could have been out. For example, if you're here in Spain. Right now it's 7:50 in Spanish time, 1 o'clock Jamaican time, right, Davian?
Yeah, man, 115.
Yeah, man. So right now, if you're in Jamaica, I know you're in the middle of work or you're about to get lunch right now, or you're in your car, going to somewhere. If you're from the countryside, you're going back to the countryside from the town, from a long day of work. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for that. And if you didn't hear from us so far, happy 2025. We wish you prosperity, wish you all the good things, and wish you happiness and money. This 2025. And a few things that you can expect from us this year going forward in the podcast is more consistency when it comes on to interacting with the fans. Sometimes they leave us comments. We appreciate when you guys leave us comments because when you guys give us constructive criticism, we know what we're doing wrong, we know what we're doing right. All right. We love to get feedback from you guys, and we'll be trying to interact some more with you guys this year. This year, we'll also be making the same amount of episodes, but giving it a little more fire towards the episodes.
Blaze it
Just
up,
a little
man.
bit more fire, some more spice we're gonna add on these episodes. And as you guys know, we always have some nice topics that you guys enjoy hearing, topics that are a bit different, and every step of the way, as you guys know, we always try to entertain as well as educate everybody, right? Which is very important because, as me and Davian say on many episodes, if we were just to be entertainers, we don't think we'll be fulfilling the real purpose of the podcast. Because at the end of the day, we love when you guys listen to an episode and it sparks a change in your guys' mind, and you leave the episode learning something new or, you know, realizing something that you didn't realize before. And we're going to try to boost our presence on TikTok. Last year we were trying, we get a little fight with the TikTok, but we're still fighting. We're not giving up. Right, Davian?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. TikTok, more personal TikToks as well. You know,
Yeah.
realize that people just want to know what's going on in their life. So we're
Yeah.
gonna make a more conscious effort with the TikTok, and our
Mm,
social media person. She's been hearing it for the longest time,
for
but
the
this year
longest
is the
time.
year.
This year
Have
is the
no
year.
fear.
Because a lot of times you guys have a lot of questions about like what do we do on our day to day. Sometimes we mention on the episodes, like our jobs, sometimes our day to day. But for you guys to see it, it would be better for you guys to actually understand, the things that we face every day, the fun that we have every day, or just our day to day to get to know us a little bit more. And apart from that, just expect great things for 2025. What more can I say?
Yeah,
And
man.
thank
Yeah,
you guys
man.
for joining again.
Yeah, man. Respect. And as I said, happy 2025.
Yeah,
Love,
man.
prosperity, whatever you're searching for. This is the year to manifest it. Don't let the obstacles stop you. Use the obstacles as motivation this year.
Every
That's my
time.
attitude this year. Any obstacle in the way is just a step for me to step over.
Step over,
We're
yeah.
not giving up.
Stepping
But
stone.
Oscar, tell the people a little bit about yourself. And then Dan, you can do the same. Introduce yourself. This is the Yardman family. Big up.
Big up.
Yeah, bless up on yourself, people. First of all, I say thanks for having me on the podcast. You see it? I know from a link up in a Spain, the link have to keep tight. You see it? Yeah, man, start differently. My name is Oscar Ten Star, an artist, Jamaican, of course. Living in the UK. You can check out my music on all the platforms. London Yardi. I'm the only London Yardi. So once you type London Yardi, then you will see Oscar. You see it? Yeah, man. Differently, run a podcast, London Yardi TV. We talk about music, so you can also check that out to you see it. But differently, I have an album dropping sometime this year, and that's where the focus is fully apart from podcasting. See? Big up.
Yeah. All right, Dan, on the road.
Done. Okay, my name is Adrian, and my AKA is Don Ferret, and I'm an artist from Barcelona, dancehall artist from so many years. I trying to expand the dancehall music here in Barcelona and Spain, and now I'm start to practicing like to play like a DJ to know the people, not only the Jamaican dancers, the Panamanian dancehall, to the people of Spain that only knows maybe the Jamaican dancehall. That my mission, I'm trying to do the mission that these people knows about the Spanish dancehall.
Nice,
And
nice, nice. I, you know what? The more I listen music and the more I engage with dancehall music, I realize that dancehall goes into a country, and then it becomes that country's version of dancehall. You have the
Yeah.
Panamanian version, then you have
Mhm.
the Ghanaian version, then you have the
the
Spanish
night
version.
the
You know,
Nigerian version.
exactly. There is always a version, and
Me have,
You
me
have
have
one
a
called
question for you,
Shatta
Dan.
music where I come up
yeah,
also, so you see a different version of that too.
Yeah.
Shatta dancer.
yeah.
Me have a question for you, Dan.
yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes when I tell people this story, they don't believe me. when it comes on to dancehall and reggaeton.
Yeah.
So, you know that dancehall started in Jamaica
Yeah.
and it flew to many places. But the first Spanish
Panama.
place
Panama.
that it flew to, as you said, you were talking about Panama. The
Yeah.
first place that it flew to was Panama
Yeah.
through an artist which is called El Gran General.
El General, yes.
Yes. And how the music got the name reggaeton, right?
Yeah.
Was because when they were building the Panama Canal, right? You had a lot of Jamaicans going to Panama because everywhere work is or something to do, as Jamaicans, we find ourselves there. And anywhere we go, we bring our culture with us, right? So, reggaeton, it actually meant a marathon, una marathon de reggae.
Yeah.
So, a marathon of reggae.
Yeah, in Panama,
right?
Panama starts to do reggae and dancehall in Spanish, but that music from Panama goes to Puerto Rico, and in the parties of Puerto Rico,
Yes.
they play the Spanish reggae called reggae marathon, and this becomes reggaeton.
That's what El General called it. He even had a song. He has a song that basically was a Spanish version of the Super Cat song Dan Dada.
Yeah, Shabbaranks, Super Cat. Here in Panama, when reggae Jamaican dancehall comes to Panama, nobody's singing dancehall in Spanish, and they start to make these Jamaican songs in the Spanish versions to start to sing in Spanish. That's why the General Tu Pum Pum, Nando Boom too is another artist.
Exactly,
Renato is another artist that started. And nowadays, I don't like it nowadays because I understand that at the beginning, I understand that the people made the Spanish versions of Jamaican songs of danza, but now is a lot of people singing in Spanish, and there's a movement, and I don't like too much that the Panamanians still continue making that Spanish versions because it's not necessary right now.
Okay. So
wait. Before, why don't you think it's necessary to still make these kind of Spanish versions of the dancehall songs?
Because me, like an artist, I don't like to bite songs and do version songs because I have I defend to have a own style. You can make one version one time maybe because I made versions of Jamaican songs sometimes, but this song likes, I try to do a version. But
I get
so you want them to be more unique.
Yeah, I get what Don is saying. It's like Don is saying, like a lot of the artists, they just sit at home and wait until a Jamaican put out a hit song, it goes global, and then they just like time for the studio, translate this one, and they're off to the tracks making a lot of money off it, and then they go back home and sit and wait for the next one. They don't create their original thing.
But the lyrics, it's not a translation of the Jamaican songs.
No. It's the beat, it's a melody, but the melody is copyrightable. So once you use someone's melody and the tone, even if you had a little bit, you still steal from the foundation. So that person still has all claims to that song as well.
Look upon it, unless they are going to build a total different genre, no matter what you sing upon it, once it have the dancehall pattern, it will always be dancehall. You know what I mean? It will always be dancehall unless it changed totally to a different type of formation where the rhythm build it be something unique. But until that, they can't be they can't be unique.
Would you blame the Jamaican artists for this? Because they have to clear this music, They have to clear a lot of it when it goes international. Do you blame them for like clearing all of these?
It not have to clear because see, you see from back in the days, yeah.
No, no, but if they
Because
want to make money off it, they
yeah,
have to clear it. They have to clear it if they use the same pattern, the jump pattern, and the beat. They still have
you
to get the
know,
copyright cleared.
you know, but they say it has gone through get long time. You feel me? It gone
Yeah.
through get long time. So from them time there, anybody could have just use a pattern in dancehall and create something, and then that's where we at now. But now, because most artists start educate themselves about the business of it. So now, in terms of a flow or a rhythm pattern, a particular rhythm pattern, then yes, you have to get clearance for it. But
Hmm.
the overall genre of dancehall already pattern somewhere else.
Yeah. You think that was
You get what I
more,
say?
but is there any benefit to that? Any positives to that?
One time, but no, because the negative part of it now is when you create your own dancehall, then there's no need for Jamaican dancehall artists touring your style anymore. You know what I mean? That is the reason why a lot of artists now really tour one time. One time as an artist busting Jamaica back in the 90s, them go all over the world. That is the reason why you find the Hispanic people them love Cutty Rankin, seanpaul, you know what I mean? But tell me which artists nowadays where have the same impact or similar impact in the Spanish part of town, like where Cutty Rankin have. No, because them create them own artists now. So there's no need for a Jamaican artist now. So that is the negative part of it.
Okay.
If you get to me, I say from our point of view, from the Hispanic point of view, it's no negative. It's all positive because it create artists from for them side. Just like and it not go on only in the Hispanic community, even in Europe, especially in Germany. All the festival them in Europe normally have Jamaican reggae artists. But if you look for most of the festival them these days, you have European reggae artists. I sing reggae music, the same jam, the same
Alba
everything.
is on every festival.
Yeah, you have Gentleman. Brother, last year me there, reggae jam. And it was all different reggae singers who is non-Jamaican doing it. So it's like, you know, that is just it's not good for our culture, but it's good for their culture, and it's fine.
Isn't it spreading the culture? No, no, more. Because a lot of time,
It's
I get this vibe. Nowadays, music travels so quickly. Like the old time gatekeeping that used to be a thing, it doesn't really exist anymore thanks to social media. You think that there's any positive that it spreads the music?
it spreads the music, but who does it benefit? I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, you used to have the Lucianos, all the reggae artists. They used to leave Jamaica, create something, and it take on to the world, and then them come and spread that vibe there, that message there to the people. Them. Then when you have the industry in a Europe create them own artists, then there's no need for a Jamaican artist to come and spread their culture, bro.
Ah,
And
Oh,
then
okay, okay.
on the
So
other on the other hand, yeah, you have to understand, say, it's a different place to go with this thing because
no, no, this
you have
this
to
is
understand.
comparing the old school and the
Yes,
new school market for dancers. So
yeah,
exactly where we need to be.
you have to understand, say, the music is to stand for something. Yeah. So you see, when I have Jamaicans doing reggae, there's a responsibility on a Jamaican artist to be mindful of what them say on a reggae beat.
true.
But when you have other people over the world start do reggae, them can't say what them want to say. Them not to respect Jamaica culture or what to say on a reggae beat.
Okay, so their interpretation of the culture is what comes out, which you're kind of saying that waters down the Jamaican culture and dilutes it
Not
to a
not,
point where
not
it's
even
unrecognizable.
not
Yeah.
even watered down the culture, but in the sense where you have to understand, say, reggae music is a revolutionary music. And when you have the rebels not when you have the rebels not singing it and then have somebody else who is not rebel singing it, then you can divert certain things from the culture and use somebody else to push a different agenda.
And you change the music.
You see me, I
Yeah.
say, so you just change the message but keep the same groove.
Okay. So what would be your solution to this? And Don, I would like to hear your interpretation as a Spanish musician as well.
Yeah.
As me say, yeah, it gone through the gate long time. You see, there isn't much I would believe we can do now more than just continue to do good music. But at the end of the day, it's like it's a losing battle in terms of to try to combat certain things where the music it's gone already.
Nah, man. I'm not, as I say, obstacle means there's a way. I don't feel like that's the mindset to approach it. If we approach it with that mindset, that means we give up on our own culture and our music. We need to still keep the fight going. We still,
No, we're not.
maybe we
We're
need to
not.
become more practical on the business side of it, where it discourages people from utilizing the music in a certain way. Like put some little boundaries there. I know when it comes to art, it's hard to say like you're putting boundaries, but if you want it to be still authentic Jamaican music, we need to set up some little stipulations there to ensure that it is still that. Otherwise, they have to call it something else.
So
You
David,
know, just like when, as I said, just like how when they made reggaeton, they called it something else. So maybe they can't call it dancehall music anymore. So we can say, hey, that is not dancehall. That is just a adaptation of
So Davin,
dancehall.
you feel like say
I think
what gentleman is doing now, sorry brother, what gentleman is doing now on Albarosi, if for some reason Jamaica came up with something where them say, okay, you can't call Warnado reggae. We have to call it streggae, something.
Straight,
Do you think it would make
straight,
do
because
you
it's
think
straight. It's straight from reggae.
do you, yeah, do you think it would make much of a difference? Because the reggae are the feel,
I dey feel.
are
No,
the
no.
feel,
It
So it's the one
But
it's
before
the
you
one thing
talk
the
again, David, I
feel.
want to say something.
yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
Sorry. So what David just explained in my ears, it sounds like you're saying that we should be gatekeepers. We should be better gatekeepers. And but wait, David. In that sense, if that is what you're saying, I believe you're correct. Because gatekeeping might sound bad. It does sound bad.
It has a negative
But
connotation, which it shouldn't.
but at the end of the day, if if for example, make we say if we say Europeans were not gatekeepers of classic music, Bach's music, Mozart's music, it would change and have a whole different dynamic, and it would not be the same classical music. So I believe that we should be the gatekeepers of our own music. And it's not that we're saying we hold the gate, this you cannot come in, you can come in, yes, you cannot come in. But if you gatekeep at the end of the day, you keep a certain standard and you say, all right, if you want to get into reggae, you have to meet this standard. And if you
Me,
don't meet this kind of standard, it's not that we push you to the side, we say, all right, now, practice and come again, so that we keep the same standard of reggae. Because if we are not gatekeepers,
But
anybody
hold on.
can come into our music and do anything as them like with the music
But
and change the
but
music. One, one,
hear
one
me I say,
second,
yeah.
Oscar, 1 second.
Yeah.
I have seen it up until recently. I will always use the example of what's his name? M.R.
Yeah.
If M.R were to sing that same song, all right, so look, if M.R was a Jamaican in Jamaica
Yeah.
and he were to sing that same song,
I'm gonna wait that.
right? Would the Jamaican public be accepting of it?
Yeah.
Or them would laugh, they would, or would they laugh for a week about that song and then just squash it,
Nowadays,
right?
yeah.
So
nowadays I thought
yeah,
we see them we see where them do worse than what MR that do,
And
and they
accept it.
accept it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dan, I
But
would like to hear
but
your perspective on all
let
of
me,
this.
let me just say something quickly
Yeah.
pertaining to the gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know, feel like say the gatekeeping gone already. You see what they yeah when
Mhm.
Beyonce released one rock and roll, is it country and western album?
Yeah.
Best country and west sell the most unit more than every other country western in the history. And
Because
them
she
did
named
want to give
Beyonce.
her best country and western album. And you know what the country and western what I call it
Fraternity.
now, fraternity say? You can't get it. Because when I accept you doing country and western, that's what they tell her basically.
Mhm.
Jamaica gone past this a long time.
I feel so. Yes. The
Seeing so
horse
it's the
don't leave the gate
gatekeeping.
already.
You ask gantry gate, the gatekeeping wouldn't work now. But yeah, that mean I say.
Oscar, I still can't keep that mindset. You know what's funny? Cause I used to when I live in Jamaica, we used to have a pig pen, and when the pig
Mm.
dig and get out of the pen, and I have to be running down this pig, no matter how much time the pig get out of the pen, I
Fire
have to
upon the
catch the
pork.
pig. I have to catch the pig.
Fire upon the
I
pork.
have to catch that pig and put it back in the pen. And you know what? It escape again. And then I have to catch it
David,
again. So I feel like we can still do it. But Dan, share your
David,
points, because I feel like
David, my bad.
your
Sorry. We don't
perspective
want
will be
we don't
very unique to us.
I'm just reading the chat. eh?
Yeah.
And I saw one question: function badgyal using dancehall as an
Ah, bad
influence
girl.
in her music. I think I don't know personally badgyal, okay,
Mhm.
but uh, at the beginning of her career, she's telling to the public, I'm the most here in Spain la más pegada, no? Right? The most popular making dancehall music. I love in the beginning of her career. She said, "Oh, I love dancehall. I'm the queen." And but she have a in her career. She started to making some dancehall music, but and she made some featurings with people like Beach Signal and Govana and now
She works with Russian too.
yeah and with Tommy Lee in her
Yeah.
last album she have a feature and with Kafu Bantan. But when I think if you love dancehall and you make a featuring with an artist, it's because of many reasons. One, for me, in my opinion, one, you know this artist, you like this artist, that's why you want to collaborate, and you know the career of this artist. Okay,
Yeah.
and when she made a featuring with Kafu Bantan, an artist of Panama, uh, there was a controversy because the song that she makes with him, originally the song is from Kafu Bantan, and the fans of Badgyal start to say, "Oh, I don't know how she collaborated with this man, because this man is an homophobic man, because he have a homophobic song." Okay, and the bad girl says, "Oh, I don't know that he had the songs." If you love or if you like an artist and you want to collaborate this artist, you have to know the career of this artist,
Yeah.
and you have to know what kind of songs he made all these years. And when you don't know this kind of things, in my opinion, you only want the money and the business, and you only make this kind of music for business.
Yeah, but would you like for me, Bad Girl is a tricky one because I've listened to some of her song. A friend put me onto her, and I realized, and when they put me onto her, which song they put me onto? The
Santa
Fever
Barbara.
remix. The Fever remix. Yes, yes, she do a Fever remix.
What?
That's yes, she do a Fever remix. And it's a song you hear every time the reggaeton. She do a Fever remix. I can't remember the she do a she did a Fever remix and it blew up. So this is what we would say. I would not classify it as authentic dancehall. I would say it's more. It's not reggaeton as well. It's like a weird hybrid variation of dancehall and reggaeton, and she sits right in the middle, which kind of makes her chart her own little part there.
I think, sorry, I think that reggaetons, the problem with reggaeton is I don't think that reggaeton is a variety of dancehall, because I think dancehall is strictly Jamaican music. Okay, and all the problem with reggaeton is a lot of artists from of reggaeton from Puerto Rico takes some patterns of the classic rhythms of Jamaica. Uh, he takes some classic songs and made his own versions. But if you are making this, you have to give credits to the original artist of this song.
They
True.
don't. They
Or
usually don't.
Yeah.
yeah,
Don,
give
Don,
credit, give
a
credits.
next question.
Yeah,
You sent me, you told me that you open for, I think, Million Styles, right?
yeah.
He has no Jamaican roots
No,
and he sings in Pato and he makes music. What's your opinion of him?
yeah. The people who don't is not Jamaican and talk like Jamaican, or talk like he's Jamaican or talking in patois. It's for example, you Devin, for example, you love the Catalan culture, okay?
Okay.
And it's not the same maybe. But if you start to start Catalan, we appreciate that you speak Catalan, okay? But if you're not Catalan, you don't start to. It's not the same, because Catalan patois, for example, is a it's not a
I get
language
the
of
point you're
Asia.
trying to make. You can
Yeah, yeah.
I get what you're trying to say.
But I for example, I love the music from Panama, and when I do songs, when I make songs, I put in my lyrics some words of the Panamanian language. I'm not Panamanian, but when I'm talking to you right now. I don't talking to you with Panamanian accent.
True.
I'm talking to you with a Spanish accent, because I'm Spanish. And
Yeah.
I'm talking to you in English, but I'm not talking with you in patois. One, because I don't know patois, and I'm not Jamaican. Because
Okay.
you can, if you're not Jamaican but you travel to Jamaica and live in Jamaica, maybe you can understand. But if you're living in Europe, here in Spain, we have an artist from Madrid, Lasai. I don't know if you know
Lasai.
Lasai. He's
Not
from
ever.
Madrid, and when he talk in English, when he's speaking patois.
No, no, that's one of the funniest things, you know. Whenever I meet a German or a Swedish person
And I
with
don't know.
dreads, and then they start talking to me in patois, it make my blood run cold. I don't know, it just don't feel right. It
But
just
you know,
feel
say,
like, huh?
but you know, say,
Uh,
patois is not dancehall, you know.
No,
You
no,
know,
but it's a part of it. It's a part of the
yeah.
seasoning.
Yeah,
No, but here I go on now. Because Slay and Robbie build a dancehall album without not even one line on it,
Hmm.
and win Grammy with it. See,
true.
so
True.
the rhythm, the voice is not dancehall. That is the reason why
It's a
if
beat.
you I beat a dancehall. So when you take the beat, I beat me. People can say patois on any if because put it this way. When you have a dancehall artist go sing on a R&B track, is an R&B track.
Mm-hmm.
True.
When you have a dancehall artist, when Beenie Man sing
With
pan
Maya.
soca beat, a soca song,
Yeah.
so the voice don't make it dancehall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
true.
Oh,
It's the beat that makes it dancehall. It's the beat that makes it reggae.
Fox, Fox. Which brings
But
me to
You
my
feel
next
me?
point, next question.
Yeah.
What do you think about these beats? What what do you think about the modern dancehall that they're classifying as trap
And a
dancehall, which
dancer.
uses a lot
And a, dan-
more hip
and a
hop beats
dancer.
in the dancehall music?
And a dancer. It's canoe boat music.
yo, I want you explain to them, Aska.
Explain what
Let
canoe
them
boat
know
music is.
what is canoe boat music and what is a canoe boat artist.
You see the reason why you can find, if you go anywhere in Europe, the sounds that replace the modern day canoe is the Latin dancehall, the shatta dancehall, and the old school dancehall. The new canoe is non-existent in a club in a Europe
Mm-mm.
because it hard for a canoe boat leave Jamaica and come to Europe now.
The
Because the
water
song,
wash
you
you
see,
away.
it not gonna reach in a slavery days, the furthest a canoe reach is 80.
Tell them.
And that is where them song reaching now in the Caribbean, Trinidad, Barbados, Bahamas. That's how far them song are reach. One and two trickle and reach to Canada. If you take dancehall out of the thing, I can't dancehall, you do a different total. It's a trap. Them do trap music, not trap dancehall.
Mhm.
Okay.
Latin dancehall is more dancehall than Jamaica trap music.
Yeah. Even when you see them sing dembo, you
Yeah,
ever
the
hear a
Yeah.
dembo rhythm or it put together?
Shatta
Yeah.
dancehall from the Caribbean is more dancehall than Jamaica canoe music.
I think that Jamaica have to hold the classic pattern of the dancehall beat.
Who do you think is responsible for holding that together? Is it the consumers or the producers of the music?
Consumers don't decide nothing in music.
Yeah.
Trust me. Consumers decide nothing.
But producers is
Artists
watching
and
what the opponent
producers
watching.
decide what you listen to. Because
But a
people
lot
will
of
listen to
artists
what
don't say
we
that. Artists say
naturally
they
that
make music. Artists will never come out and say he makes music based on what he wants. He says he makes his music because this is what he sees and this is what he grew up with and this is the kind of music that is around him now.
because them disingenuous. You understand? A lie them I tell. You see a person that say music don't influence nobody. But then when they might talk about who are best artists, I tell you say because they have influence. Choose one guy.
The hypocrisy. And now
Yeah.
transition into the best. You just mentioned the best. The debate has since Vybz Kartel's release from incarceration, it has, I would say, provided a tidal effect in the dancehall culture within Jamaica and globally. There is a tsunami. He's not a ripple effect. He's a big wave in the spear, you know?
Yeah.
Free
Yeah.
Willy, you know the
And
sea.
now no, don't call about that problem.
Big whale, big fish, bigger than fish.
Pause. I know he has essentially from his Freedom Street concert, he was introduced as the new king of the dancehall,
Okay.
essentially claiming the title for himself.
Okay.
I'll give you guys each your own time to make your case. Who is the new king of the who is the king of the dancehall and your reasons why. But first, I want us to come to a consensus about a definition of what the king of the dancehall is so we can know where we're going. You know, how would
Can I
you
give it?
define the king of the dancehall, Tonil?
All right. So, first of all, let me say music is business, right? So, with that being said, in the dancehall atmosphere, you will always have two kings to say, right? You have the commercial king, the one that sell the most music, and you have the king who have the street respect, the one that the people crown and give him the king of the dancehall, right?
Yeah.
And coming from Jamaica, we know how our culture is. We don't really usually look on the commercial side of dancehall. We look on the street aspect. We say, all right, this man have the hottest lyrics. This man swing the crowd the right way. And this man control the place this way. So for us Jamaicans, that's how we usually choose the king of dancehall. Because
Okay.
if we're being very honest, we can use a commercial king, which is not even from Jamaica. He come from Toronto, Canada. Anytime he put out a dancehall song, him kill the place and people buy music. And we all know who that is, Mr. Drake. Right? So we have two kings, the
Yeah.
commercial king and the street king of dancehall.
All right. So that's your definition, Tony.
Yes.
Dan, what's your definition? Then I'll get Oscar's definition of what the king of the dancehall is.
For me, it's, the king of dancehall is that ones who get the nice lyrics, nice flow, and he stay through the years in maybe some years up and some years down, but it's always on the line. And I because I have for me I have three kings of the dancehall.
Okay.
Actually,
Don't name them yet. Don't name them yet. Don't name them yet.
no. I have three kings, but for the different decades
Los
and
Reyes
now
Magos.
All right. All right. All right. All right, Dan. Yeah, how would you define the king of the dancehall?
All right, see, for me, yeah, the king of the dancehall, I often have at least 20 years of consistency. When I say consistency, it mean
20
for them
years.
name have to
Long
be
time.
the first name on every flyers or every stage show. They have it tour the world and have that impact there. They have to have it's they have to have influence where result in meaningful impact upon the genre itself. That is the person.
All right. All right. So if I can put everything together, Tony and you kind of have something similar. The commercial would be the hits aspect of it, and you said the impact would be the street aspect of it. I My definition is somewhat different in terms I feel I don't think it necessarily has to be time component, but time is a good factor. Being consistent is definitely one for me as well. The here are the consumer. The consumer has a voice in it. I
Mhm.
think they should also have the respect of their peers. So their peers, the people that make music around them, should respect them and say, yes, this is the man with the mantle. This is the person that will motivate me to get to the next level.
Mhm.
But more intricately, I think they need to have certain other characteristics, such as they need to be a great performer.
Mhm.
You have a lot of dancehall artists can make a hit song, but they can't perform it on a stage.
Mhm.
Then yes, there's a lot of them. You hear a song from them, and when you see them live, you're like, it's underwhelming. Whereas when you see a dancehall artist live, it should actually be more impactful. So the stage performance for me is one of the most important one because
Yep.
honestly, I consume music better live,
Yep.
right?
Yo.
The next impact, they need to be very authentic, original with their lyrics as well. They need to make some change in the music. Make it so that when we look at this time span, we can say, yes, this was the time span Davian started podcasting, and podcasting changed a little bit. The Jamaican podcast, not a big change, but a change where it's noticeable by the consumers, right? So they leave an impact, as Oscar said, just to reiterate that. My last point as well, they also need to be commercially viable, as Tony said, just to add that to it. Commercially viable being that you can be the biggest artist in Jamaica. If you have a dancehall artist that's going out there in the world, he's one step ahead of you. Your market is what? 2.8 million. Their market is 40 million, 100 million. They got, as I said, they're traveling. They're going to Australia. They can sell out a club in Australia. Then they can go down to Antarctica and the penguins line up and listen to their music. That's how they need to be impactful.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and not many Jamaican artists can do that. Because when I look at the shows here, because I look at the lineup for what you might call it, Rotterdam that we went to recently,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I didn't see any young artists on it, and I was like,
For the
That
past
makes
yeah,
sense.
5 years,
who is
them things.
where are the young artists? Because if you have a reggae festival and a dancehall festival, obviously you're gonna have your talisman that are in the music. But I know that there were artists on this thing that hasn't released song in over a decade, and
Brother,
they're
they
still
come out.
getting booked for it.
They
Whereas
come
artists
already
that are
about
putting
Panu
out 20 songs a month, they're not on it. So
That
because of
those
Panu
things,
music.
yeah, those things I feel are a factor for it and a
Yep.
amalgamation of what the king of the dancehall is. So taking that into consideration, guys,
Hmm.
who do you think? And in the comments, after you share this and you subscribe, tell us who do you think is the real king of the dancehall, and I need reasons why.
Mhm.
Beenie Man.
Oscar,
Oh, it's Beenie Man.
Beenie Man is the king of the dancehall for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you.
Yeah.
I am a bountykilla fan. Trust
All
me.
right.
Boss.
I am
I'm
a
Grace
bountykilla
Rebel.
fan. Yeah. And bountykilla have the biggest impact on dancehall. But on the biggest impact make it be king of dancehall. You see, Jamaican music it polarized. And in some way, we kind of tribalistic. And if we make it even, I think we once you pick a side, the person can't do wrong for you. Can't. That's why I have to tell you, say, me a bounty killer artist, but bounty killer fan, but being a bounty killer fan, me can be honest
Objective.
and show you, say, listen, I mean even not go complicate it. I mean, I make it whole, I mean, I'll get the whole one of it agree with me. Say, I Beenie Man and the king of dancer. I mean, I use track and feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have somebody to represent Jamaica right now, or somebody at them peak to represent Jamaica in a rural meeting where you're going to run for your country, who would you choose?
In the person at their prime,
Yeah,
the first thing comes to mind is Mr. Bolt himself.
yeah. Who you choose, brother?
You see him in his prime every time.
All right. If they have something where they need an artist to represent dancehall music on a global scale, who could you trust with that responsibility to go represent Jamaica and bring home the trophy in a dance in a dance hall?
That's a tough factor. But personally, I
Yeah,
would say Beenie Man is more commercially viable. Or,
I know.
wait.
Go
Or
on.
the brand that we don't really mention in it because it doesn't have the street. Sean Paul as well.
But you see, the reason
Sean
I'm appeal
Paul
for
and
Sean,
Beenie Man are two very commercially viable person internationally, Like
Sean
meaning
yes,
that
Paul
they
dance
have a good,
nowadays.
they have a brand that is sparkling,
yeah,
there's
but we have,
no negativity attached to their brand. Their brand is clean.
yeah,
It's
but we have,
sparkling.
if we be
But but but
honest,
but,
we
but
have to
hold on,
about
hold on.
authenticity, authentic. Sean Paul not authentic. No.
Yo,
Listen,
me have an
that's me.
argument for Sean Paul. Me have an argument for Sean Paul.
Go on.
Yeah.
Me have an argument for Sean Paul. Sean Paul a thief. You
What?
know what? Sean Paul a thief. You know why Sean Paul a thief?
Why?
After we done the live, I want to go listen. Whenever listen Super Cat DJ, you
Yeah.
know, say Sean Paul is like a polished off, refined version of how Super Cat is.
Yeah,
And
but
Super
but
Cat
Yeah,
Tony,
yeah.
DJ.
Tony, you can say that about a lot of Jamaican dancehall
Jamaican
artists
artists,
that come
yeah.
up. They have one artist that they listen,
No,
and
but
they
Merciless.
but a
have their
Sean Paul
style, but they have
but
it.
a Sean Paul we are talking about.
No, but I'm saying that you can say other artists same way.
Some
I'm
would
sure
Of
Beenie
agree
Man
course,
with
used to
you
listen
there.
to
of
artists and he
course.
took little things from it and make him own style.
But Davian, the similarities between Sean Paul DJ and Supercat DJ, you can clearly hear.
But Tony Hill, but remember say Sasko was Baby Sham. When he just start 2001, check it out.
Yeah,
He was like Sham. That's why they have
Yeah,
a
you could have
difference.
hardly tell them apart,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
especially
true.
since they were too complex. The
And remember
complexion.
say Merciless was killer. Remember
Yeah.
say when name you miss a gun fool. He was Buju Bantan. That's why Buju Bantan and Terror Fabrics have a vibes because Terror was like Buju. So our culture is always like that. But if you compare Beenie Man and Sean Paul in terms of being authentic dancehall, a night and day, Sean Paul
Definitely.
get some hits with authentic dancehall, but majority of Sean Paul it's a Hispanic type of dancehall. So we
It's funny.
couldn't. That's what I'm
Explain.
saying. We couldn't have Sean Paul represent Jamaica for dancehall over Beenie Man because for one, he can't perform like Beenie Man. He don't have authentic hit like Beenie Man. So I said Beenie Man would be the perfect person, even though I'm not a Beenie Man fan, to represent Jamaica. So why is he not the king? Cartel couldn't be the king. Let me say that out. Cartel cannot be the king because prison robbed Cartel of the opportunity to be the king. Because prison
Him street
robbed
credit.
Cartel.
Him street
Yes,
credit.
have a street cred, but you've never seen Cartel performing on a big stage to see if he can perform like a Beenie Man. And as Davin said, performance is one of the most important components to be the king.
Have to be.
You have to
And
war
prison
on the
rap Cartel.
battlefield.
Have to be.
Yes, and prison rap Cartel after that. That is the reason why when they perform, I'm sure most people kind of leave disappointed because him couldn't perform because I'm sick. Because performance is very important.
Yeah.
And there's
Dan,
not
we
one
also
artist
that.
you
That's
can
what dancehall is.
entrust. Yeah,
Dancehall is performance.
Yeah,
From
Dan, we
beginning
also.
performance. See
till
if you
now.
can do it.
I think the same. For me, Beenie Man, it's no. Beenie Man is not the king of dancehall nowadays, I think. But in all the history from the end of the 19th, I think Beenie Man is the king of dancehall for all time. But I
For
have
many reasons.
a lot of big tunes. I don't had the opportunity to see Beenie Man
Yeah.
live.
So someone is saying in the comments like Beenie Man hasn't had a hit in a while. Does
You
that
record the royal.
impact the royalty status, guys? Does that impact if you don't have a current hit song on the market? Does that take away from your credibility as the king?
Beenie Man will forever have its song. Because no
Current,
matter
current.
listen, Beenie Man, its songs them still current. Let me explain. That is the reason why he's touring more than any new artist in Jamaica right now. So if your song is that old and not current, nobody would not listen to it. You can't find one meaningful big. Let me show you something. There's not one meaningful big party. We play dancer, we don't play Sim Sima, not one. So no matter how current a guy is, him song now play in front of Beenie Man in a big meaningful dancehall gathering. None.
Or Robbie.
Yeah. Do you think
That's fact.
the Grammy accreditation also adds to Beenie Man's claim to the throne?
No, I'm gonna really give credence to Grammy. Because Grammy, them select Grammy winners based on different things. Because if it was down to that, Shabbaranks would be the Grammy king. Can get two. Beenie get one.
Yeah.
Bounty get one with no doubt.
The Maglies.
Certain things I really give credence to. Bountykilla the only dancehall artist perform on the Super Bowl with Gwen Stefani, 2002. Me not give credence to them someday.
Okay.
You see,
So
artists like Beenie Man, artists like Beenie Man and Bountykilla their song is so good. Sim Simma and Rome did 30, maybe 30 years ago, if me research it properly.
Yeah, man, about
And
30 years ago.
it bigger than all the way I go on now, same way.
Classics, timeless music.
You see me? What were like him? Me see them, me see man Bounty came to London few weeks ago and full up somewhere where you have some artists from Jamaica where around the place where all they can get 50 people put 500 people on place. Not even 500. Them struggle. I wanna tell me about its song. Me use Ricardo Yamaji. Me see Ricardo put something out in the comments say. Beenie Man boring. Beenie Man is 50 almost 50.
No man, if you go on
Beenie
Beenie
Man
Man
is-
too, all of him just say, you're jumping.
You're gone, you're gone.
Beenie Man performance boring.
on.
Me agree.
Hold on.
Beenie
Let's
Man
look on some of the things in the
sick.
comments.
50-year-old. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Run it.
Yeah.
So somebody in the comments said that if we put in, like them said, jail time don't matter for Vybz Kartel. If that was the case, Tupac would not be in the argument for be one of the greatest for rap music because him go jail and
But then
people
come
still
up-
respect him as the greatest, as one
No,
of the
but-
greatest.
The
Him
point
never
me
go
that
in there for
make-
13 years.
The point me
Yeah,
that
but him
make,
still
yeah.
go jail. Him still go jail.
No, but you see, where a person feel if you understand. Me not talk about him going jail, make him can't be the king. The time when spent in a prison, take away his chance of going out there to connect with the
fans.
people. Let me see Michael Jackson, king of pop. But when most people remember him for, moonslide, moonwalk across the stairs. His ability to sing seamlessly, you didn't even hear him breathe. Those things put together make you be a great artist. We want to hear you sing and short a breath. You can't perform, you can't hold a note same way. Prison take that from Cartel.
Sure.
Until him do that,
Performance.
him can't be king. Him not get the time for perform for people in it. And that's how kingship go. Cartel like king for its songs.
I think a cartel have to take time to recovery
Yeah.
after to leave prison. He started to make some live shows and he started to see first no, don't go to a lot of parties and in Instagram like videos straight vibes and, hey, you're still you was still in prison. Your health, you first is your health, and you can make a lot of shows now. And I think Cartel have to take time for himself to recovery and start to fight for the throne.
But Dan, I agree with you. I agree with you, Dan. But you have to remember that music is an ungrateful thing.
Yeah.
You can be hot for 15 minutes, but you see when your 15 minutes finish, people don't want to hear about you anymore.
More true.
Them forget you. Them put your CD be under them table in some
Yeah.
jar. Them lock you away far. So Cartel is a businessman. He's very strategic. So what he was doing was using his 15 minutes of fame, and he's trying to get every dollar he can out of it. Every type of like he's just milking it right now. Aprovechando.
Yeah.
Like every minute of his 15 minutes. But what you said is actually what he should have done, you know? But who's to tell if after these 15 minutes, people will remember Cartel as a CM? Because when you're at the top, it might sound negative, but there's nowhere to go but to the bottom.
Pause.
Yo, David, cool. Man.
We have the pause right there. And tell you guys to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Please.
Subscribe and check out the channels. Check out the channels. Like, share, subscribe, and things like that.
Yes, and the word of the day, David said the word of the day. Underwhelming. Yo, that word they still a kill me, David.
That word is killing.
Underwhelming. What?
It's the first thing.
a person in a group say
Yeah.
disagree with London Yardi because
Uh-huh.
Cartel was still putting out its songs. Yeah. Just a start podcast. Listen to me, brother. Yeah.
Big up yourself,
It's
Ray. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Big up.
its songs don't make you the king.
Mhm.
So I
Its
Drake
song, trust me.
struggling.
Its song don't make you the king. Vybz Kartel is the king of its songs. But overall, as the king of dancehall, nowhere near. Even
Yes.
Buju Banton is a better artist than Cartel. Because
Oh,
we are talking about king
Big,
of dancehall.
big
We are talking about king
argument
of
that,
dancehall.
Buju
We are
man
talking
can
about
have
king
an
of
argument.
dancehall.
of course,
Yeah,
have
we are talking about king of
argument.
dancehall. If we talk about king of dancehall after Beenie Man, it would be Buju Banton. Cartel is nowhere near Buju Banton.
Right now,
What are we
no.
doing here?
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near at all.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
And the difference between Bojo and Cartel, but there is, I would say, I don't know if there's a big or a small difference, but the difference I can tell between them, for example, because the two of them got jail, right?
Yeah.
Similar
When Bojo,
time.
similar time, but when Bojo come back, him come back even more hard, him come back even more hardcore, Him come back and him can still perform, him still have him lyrics, still put out song, him get Grammy nominated, all of these kind of things.
I think
After
he, I
coming
think he
from
win. I
jail.
think he win Grammy in a prison.
Yeah, but Buju come out
Yeah, him almost
healthy.
win Grammy in the prison.
Tonil,
Yeah.
Buju
No,
come
no, no.
out
That's why
healthy.
that's why I say I don't know if there's a big and a small difference other than their health. Honestly.
For
But,
me,
but Bujo have a big argument when it comes down to being the king of dancer because
Yeah.
him track record show it. Him
yeah.
perform. As much as Oscar say, him don't give much credence to the Grammy. I don't really either, but it's still something you can show
Sure.
on
Yeah.
your
Fair
resume
enough.
to show that consider me a candidate.
Yeah.
Him still have a fan base internationally, and the most important thing, if you put Buju up on a stage show right now, him can sing song from 9 p.m. go till 9 p.m. in the night the next day, and him still have it. Him still not tired.
Yeah. All right. What about what if the artist, all the artists in consideration, we say, you know what? You're claiming the dancehall throne, we're going to have to go for it the old fashioned way. A clash. Who you
Yeah.
think would you don't think that's a good way to determine it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. See,
buckler.
with
A
you see with
clash.
clash. You see with clash. Yeah, with clash. With
Yeah.
clash. Certain artists clash for a reason. You see me. Artists like Bunty and Beanie them clash for a reason. It have to give you a level of motivation for really clash, and I don't think they just clash just for
Just
clash sake.
because. No.
But we can say track record show if a clash, bountykilla and Beenie Man will wipe the floor with anybody at all.
So you don't think
Fact.
cartel can kill Beanie in a clash?
Where?
No, be careful, Oscar. Be careful, Mr. London Yardi TV, Be careful. Cartel have a big argument when they come on to that. In a this one, me not think me
I
can
think that
Listen,
support
clash
like
would
this.
be something for the ages.
listen,
It's
It would be the
something for
old
the
listen,
school
ages.
versus the newer school.
You see me?
listen.
Careful, careful.
I think it
Me I
would be
told
a.
you.
I think that's how they should settle it. I
But
think they should create
wait,
a show, go up on a stage, and you tell me why me if you submit.
all right,
Tell me
but wait.
why me if you give up my crown.
Before we continue, I
Yeah.
want to hear what Dan has to say about the if these two artists were to come together for a clash, who do you think would come out on the winning end, and who do you think would come out as a wounded dog? Who do you think would come out on the winning end, Dan? If they were to have a clash, a classic clash, tune for tune.
On the spot.
Beanie.
Beanie? Why Beanie, Dan? Tell us why.
Wow. I think the clash of Beanie and Bounty in the 90s was
Yeah.
mad.
More than
Beanie,
one.
Beanie and Bounty Clash as a show in 2000s, mad. If nowadays, if you take a clash between Cartel and Movado, flop. Because Movado now, who is Movado now? You can you
Mavado is
can
a
make you
watch.
can make you can make a clash between Cartel and Alkaline. Who is Alkaline? And if you nowadays make a clash between Bounty and Beanie, still mad.
Yeah.
If you even do a clash between Super
It's
Cat
a show.
and Beanie,
Beanie and Bounty clash become a show, and you
Brother.
you don't want to see Beanie show or Bounty show. You want to see a clash between Beanie and Bounty. No matter the time, there
yeah.
will be a match show. If you want to go when the clash between Movado and Cartel in the 2000s in this moment was mad, but now it's not the same because
If
Cartel is and
versus,
yeah, it's a different level between Cartel and Movado now. So different
if
level.
if versus, yeah, if
Yeah, and
versus over lockdown never
yeah,
demonstrate to Jamaica or
yeah,
anybody in the world without being a man and
True,
bounty killer talent, nothing else can.
true,
Listen, man.
true, true.
If cartel, not cartel, if being stand up with the baddest dancehall artist in the Jamaica history over 3 decades. When can stand up to cartel? Maybe not get listen, only get cartel too much credit. Trust me.
Yeah, but the young generation in the streets, they're calling for cartel. But in my opinion, in history, a man has never been king without taking out the other king in power. You can't
Mm.
just claim a throne.
You have to kick
You
off
can,
him face.
yeah, yes, you have to do what needs to be done. You have to either have him give you the crown, I have to take him out. And the only way to do that in dancehall, to me,
It's a clash.
is a clash.
Sound
I
clash.
and the thing with that king now, a king choose which battles to fight. So the reigning king can decide, say, yo, you're not ready at my time. Let me send one of my soldiers for you. Being it on the soldier said so.
Record the
So
Royal say, London Yardie, what are you drinking over there? Yeah.
Yo, Ricardo, I have something for you, yeah.
And lazy natural, I say, basically cartel would have been in a lyrical clash because
no
cartel
man.
quick.
That
But listen, man, I think they don't know. Listen, they don't know Beenie Man. Trust me. You see, that this what we are doing right here, so. Me I do this from me a 17-year-old. Bunty and Beanie divide for my community. We know the two artists them like me know every Beenie Man song. Cartel can't kill Beenie Man in a clash. Because him no witty like Beenie Man on stage. Him no Beenie Man stage him no have no level of Beenie Man stagecraft.
I
yeah.
want to say something, Oscar.
Yeah.
But as in, me agree with everything you say 100%, right?
Yeah.
But you have to remember the caliber of dancehall artists we used to see in the 90s versus the caliber of dancehall artists we seen at the early 2000s till
Yeah.
2010 is two different type of caliber
Yeah.
when it comes on to, for example, lyrical content.
read him.
Because if we are be correct, if we are be honest, the lyrics Beenie Man used to chant back in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And some good lyrics, some real, you know, me I say if we're gonna talk about gun lyrics, some lyrics where, you know, me I say,
Yeah.
where chop people. But if you really watch the evolution of the music, especially when it comes on to these kind of clash lyrics and all of these kind of things, artists in the 2000s, them go places where the 90s dancehall artists would never touch in terms of like respect. Them more raw. Them tell you things about your mother. Them tell you about, it's like them basically pass the line.
Little more
Them go
gimmicks too.
a
I
little bit more
understand that.
gimmicks too. Them kind of pass the line of what you can do in a clash and what you're not supposed to do in a clash. So I think that would be the difference between Cartel and Beenie Man if we were to put them toe to toe. Honestly.
But it will depend on the demographic of people where them are clash in front of.
True,
See,
true.
If you put them in front of,
that me sorry for say too.
if we put them in front of people who love can know about music, then yes, put them in a man crowd, you know, say okay, balance. Seeing balance, because at the end of the day,
Hard, but that hard for do.
Yeah, hard for do.
let me
Hard,
show you
hard,
something.
hard.
You have sound clash. Just look at all that sound clash them. We are going right now. Nobody not play certain dub plate, bro. Even certain dub plate can't kill the sound because they not say nothing. I see them all dub them. I see them all going to bust in a clash and win clash.
Yeah, the old dub
They
plate,
don't
they
do them
can't
in
run with them old dub plate, this style.
You
Don't
see me
rank with a
say?
killer, don't play it.
And one say, ring
Because
some
there's
shot
no-
in head. No need to ball, no need to
need
beg.
to
Brother,
Yo,
there's no point. Me I say, gun in your face, click it, go bow, your brain jump out. Yeah, and then what you are going to know, you are going to encyclopedia, and then you find some word where when you sing a song, me have to try if it go research. What you say?
say I say too
Music
intellectual.
Simple. Yeah, music simple, bro.
Mhm.
Them a talk about them nah no art. Where you can't say you're bad lucky there, say you're salt.
Salt.
Simple.
Yeah,
It's always simple. That is the
but
reason why
Oscar-
these songs going nowhere.
yeah. And with a clash, you know, your stagecraft is everything with a clash. And not only the lyrics. People always think that you go with the best lyrics. And the man who can manipulate the stage the best and manipulate the crowd the best. Because you can sing 8 bar of B lyrics. And the man just go up on 4 bar and the crowd start real. Because he
Tell
know
me,
how to control the crowd. But
Tell me we sing J can stand up to bountykilla on the stage and mash him up. None.
No boy
Movado
test.
enough.
No boy
Fuck
test.
up cartel, man. What do you want, man? Go on a cartel. Cartel never kill Movado. If you want to talk real thing, you mean kill Movado?
as a Gaza fan, you say yes. As a
See,
Gully
you
fan,
listen,
you gonna say no, you gonna say Movado with it. Hard.
Him never
How do you know,
exactly
man?
kill him, you know, but him enjoy.
You ain't kill him. You ain't kill the singer.
Him
Him-
enjoy. Him never
That,
kill
that
him.
was what people expect. People they expect him to write him off clean. But
You ain't kill the singer.
the last song, but Cartel do something smart. He gonna release a song the next day. The boy run like a wounded dog, and that everybody remember from the clash in their mind. Nobody remember the show after that. You know, is that you remember where you used to be a pitney? I play fight with your friend. I used to last lick. I run guy yard, and the hottest thing that.
But he may end up singing that. He may
And
end
the
up
hardest
singing
thing.
after Sting. He may end up singing after Sting. You see me? I say him even sing it on stage. You see me? After Sting, him singing, you know. So
Mm.
on the night of Sting, him then kill Movado.
But
Yeah.
as a-
So
as
I don't know
again,
what
Cartel-
people look. I don't know what people look upon and say Cartel is this bad artist. Yes, him are the baddest. Him are one of the baddest lyricists
Lyricist, yeah.
Jamaica ever, but not the baddest lyricist Jamaica ever see.
Who are the baddest lyricists you that say?
Nuts.
Professor Nuts.
Nuts.
you see it?
Cartel not
Professor
nowhere near
Nuts.
Nuts levels, brother. You not nowhere near Popcaan level. You not nowhere near Stitch level.
Ah,
Um,
Come
Oscar,
on now,
you
brother.
saw
You
this
see,
artist in ideas. Him name something like
What?
that general.
oh,
What name again?
but
General Degree,
General Trees.
the trees.
General, even General Trees.
Yeah.
What do you, brother? You see, good thing about it. The good thing about it, me live through them the genre. I live through this genre, so me can see it too, and me can compare them.
Yeah,
Even though they nowhere near nuts
but
level,
but
none of you
Oscar,
call me nuts level.
Oscar, yeah, for priest, you know, the demographic that I go most stage show now in Jamaica, them never, you know, that them no live through that. The demographic who are go to a stage show now, you know, them grew up with cartel music. Cartel, them get introduced
Understand
to.
it.
Them grew up with Gully Gaza. And
Me
them a call the
understand it.
shots.
But you see, we grow through for them era and our era. We can't talk on the two era. Them only can talk on for them one.
Yeah.
I know the problem.
And you can't reason like that.
I know the problem.
Although you know gain knowledge through experience, you gain knowledge through research and stuff. You have to research and look on it and see it and say okay, and go and say okay. Enough of them now do that.
Yeah. Them just say that you say them too die-hearted.
Yeah, too much cult.
All right.
Me not this cartel, me not play down him greatness. He's a great writer. But sometimes me I say, listen, dude, there was guy still alive who's way better than him.
Yeah. And you know what? The
Way
next
better
thing,
than him.
the people on the social media now, mostly cartel fans. Because cartel come and conquer that now.
Because more add to that point, more add to that point then.
Do you think?
You see now, I understand what Oscar said. The dancehall him grow up and see is a different dancehall that me and you grow up and see that vein. Me and you grow up and see a dancehall where we consume music differently.
Yeah.
Me and you, we never yet see Kartel or movado actually perform on a stage. Because we never really need for. We hear them song, we hear them class song, we listen to it on our phone, you know, we play it on some speakers or whatever. When Oscar used to go stage show, right? He used to see dancehall artists we actually used to have to rock the stage show with them stage presence and them lyrics and all of these things. You know what I
Yeah.
say? So if you don't have those qualities to
True.
start with, you cannot even call yourself a dancehall artist.
Fact.
You know
True.
what I say? You can't call yourself an artist and you can't go a stage show and make people laugh. You
Yeah.
can't call yourself a dancehall artist and go a stage show and make people rock them hand.
Yeah. And you know the
Tony,
thing,
You know what I
Tony?
say?
The,
Different
Tony,
kind of
make you a
music.
joke, yeah?
hold on, Oscar.
Music
Yeah,
differently.
go on.
One on to something what Tony say.
Yeah.
Tony right and him say, yo, we consume music different in a full generation. Because
Yeah.
the peak of our music, when music dancer was at its peak, that was Gully Gaza.
Yes.
And I feel like
That was
anybody
the
who listen
last peak.
music,
That was the
you
last
make a
peak.
choice about music when you're in your teenage years. Not when you're 30, 40, 50. You make your choice about music in your teenage years and that stay with you. When you're
Yeah.
13, 14 and up, you make a choice about the music and the artist you like. Now, Jamaica have a different way for make them choice about music. It's like
True.
you can't say Gaza and Gully at the same time. You can't say Vendetta and Gaza at the same time. And you can't say Unruly. You notice what them do? Them have a different branding. Them create a fan base where you have a name and the whole of them can identify themselves and them can create a group chat and say this are the Gaza family, this are the Gully family. In a Bounty and Beanie there, Bounty set the thing for that, with alliance. When him create alliance and everybody say them alliance, and everybody say, yo, wait, in Discover branding,
Yeah.
let me create Gaza, Portmore Empire, let me create the Gully, and everybody I know have them one branding. And that branding there, for you call yourself that, means say, yo, anything outside of that, and nice. You can't look left, you can't look right. If Alkaline put out a song and you know the song bad, and you're from a certain fraternity, you can't even admit it to yourself, say the song good.
Because them create a division. So now it's not dancehall. It's Unruly. It's
Versus.
Gaza. It's
Mhm.
Jaguan. It's Alliance. So
Yeah.
instead of it under the same roof as dancehall, is not exactly that way. Foreigners call it dancehall, but in Jamaica, we say Unruly music. We say Gaza music. We say Gully music. You know what I say?
The
So it's not
foreigners do the same
dancehall
thing,
again.
bro. The foreigners pick a side too.
Cult.
People love pick side in a
Cult.
war, People love pick
that
side.
being,
Cult.
let me show you something. There's a time when fans hold artists accountable. When we grew up, our fans hold you accountable. So you can't come giving a mediocre performance. You have what they call shandy buckle.
But yeah, get back up on stage. I didn't think
Shandy
it.
buckle will take you off stage as quick as you come on stage.
Yes.
A long time, your artists get
So-
back,
What do you,
Because them
man?
ban the
You
buckle.
never get boo. You never get boo as on stage show nowadays because
No.
the standard's so low.
People don't really go for the performance and go for record the performance.
Go for the hype.
What do you, man? When one time performing in Jamaica is to mean something. Me see me hear. I think it was Biggie Small. Somebody from America come to Jamaica and perform and say them I first place them go, them nervous because them
I think a
Jamaica
50 Cent
crowd
said that.
is a tough crowd. Them fear Jamaica because Jamaica always give you
Man.
a fear shot. What if you got Jamaica and boss the place, you boss.
Yeah, man.
Nowadays, that is the reason why you see so much crap artists down here because all them thing is crap. 95% of crap. That's why I see none of them now. You know, I see them out here. You hear one for 2 years, you know, hear him again.
Yeah.
Tell me which artist boss 3 years ago still there so now in a dancehall. We have any meaningful song I sing.
It tough, you know, but I can't think of any talk on top of my head, but I feel like there are a few there.
We can think of, but I respect your point and I understand your point.
I understand what you say with that, Oscar, but also, you say we can't see music a bit faster now. So, and only the artists them responsible for that, are we as the consumers as well. But I feel like if you make a song good enough, look on the YG Marley song, though, it dominate the charts for months. If you make a song, and the Drift song, if you make a song that is good enough, it will do the work for you.
Yep.
Mhm.
In
You
the
know?
youth, they do some good song. When name Yaksta. In a time when them say I pay a madness at work, Yaksta
Yeah.
do one song. Fashion over markets. Link me girl when me want sex. That song there. Good song.
Yeah.
So you can do good song same way and boss. You know,
But it's
for do
hard. But nowadays, once you're boss, you know, you have to stay a boss. You can't have one song and say, yo, one song, every other song you put out to get a certain level. No, the next song you put out have to be at that level or better for you stay a boss. Otherwise, you start it's like people less forgiving with them time for listening to your music. Like if you're not putting out a song every month, it's hard to stay relevant in the eyes of the demographic right now. You
but
need
some of
that
them are
song
only boss
every
when
month to feed them appetite, them hunger feed. And if you drop the ball, you're out of the scene. You have to stay relevant. And like one time when you could have dropped one song or 3 songs a year, are you good? No, you need to drop 10 songs a year if you say you're hot.
Let me show you something, David. And me I gonna say this. Other people are vexed. Let me just say it. You see, Sting, but cancel what day
Yeah.
is the perfect example for sure people say the young crop of artists, majority of them, what they are saying, not even the people of Jamaica want to hear it. Sting are the only show that was cancelled over the Christmas period because of lack of ticket sale.
Mhm.
And Sting was the only show that was going almost 100% young artists. Look now, man. Bujo show, Love and Harmony, sell out. Sasko show, Grateful, sold out. Bountykilla and Friends at Sabana Park, sold out. Cartel show.
The
Sting are
intimate concert sell out as well. Very
Yes, I might say, yes, Sting are the only show cancelled. Because it was the only show with the young artists them on it. That don't tell you something. So when I hear Len come out and say, the show didn't, I transferred the money in the account and
yeah, but Oscar,
Len,
that come
you
down to
never
the thing
get no
now.
money because no ticket never sell. No ticket never, let me look on the camera. No ticket never sell, we know.
Take some of these new artists to Europe to make a show. How many tickets they will sell?
None will sell. Listen, I'm gonna say this, yeah. Last year,
True.
after the festival season finished, about 7 of the major festival organizers sit down together in a Spain because they see there's a problem. And what man them say is the money what the young artists them want, if they give it to them business bankrupt. Because them can't sell back in money where them are charged for. because them music not them nowhere near there so.
The dancehall business in Jamaica is not the same. Germany is not the same. On Switzerland
Even in
is not the
Jamaica,
same. On
brother. Not
Spain,
even at Jamaica, them now sell no show. Sting have to cancel because I pay young artists to on the show.
Yeah,
And the ticket never sell.
you know what the thing, Oscar? Them think the social media followers equate to real fans. So if you have 2 million followers on social media, you think you're the biggest artist. But how much are them willing to buy a ticket come see you?
Ricardo say, Massacre show. So yeah, Massacre no young artist, brother. We couldn't classify Massacre as young artist. I'm going to show you something. As I talk about, them have 2 million followers and feel like say, wait. You have some of these artists here in a Jamaica. We put on social media, a boss. I'm the most trending artist on YouTube in Jamaica. Jamaica have 2.7 to 2.8 people living there. If you take away the kids them want to allow to have YouTube and the old people when have YouTube, probably end up with 1.5. So 1.5 million, being generous.
1 million would be a better estimate.
Yeah. So all you are training Jamaica with 10 million views, guy. If you not translate to you touring, you have. Let me show you let me tell you something. You have a mixture, one bad mixture. Delusional and being an idiot. It's when you mix the two together, I want to reverse mixture that.
Yeah.
And that's with most of them artists here.
It's like Roman Red Bull.
Yeah, what they will do, there's no point to have 20 million followers on social media. When you drop your album, you can't sell 2,000. It make no sense, guy.
Facts.
Only fool myself.
And the streams, the inflated streams that them a buy. Don't forget that.
You see me?
But when
Bounty and Beenie and those guys 990s sell units of records and CD, you can inflate anything you want. You can call somebody and inflate what you want to inflate. And you fool yourself. Big up Shensia. Big up even Massacre.
Yeah, man.
Shensia is the artist on majority of the big festival them worldwide.
And she have a fan base.
She have a big fan base. Big
fan base. I want them pull her off a stage in a Kenya.
Yeah.
But if you see most of the big festival them cross Europe here, even cross the world, Shensia is on most of them.
Yeah, man. Think she got this so much, she got it enough, man.
You
But
see me?
It's a whole package.
Them can't fool
me.
me.
Package, It's a whole package, Shensia. But sometimes, Oscar, I don't believe we can blame the artist fully. What I can blame sometimes is the way we consume things these days. People love the hype, You see, once an artist big, all right. You see, once an artist probably do something crazy, or do something big in a music, it will big for a month. But you see the month where I'm big for, big. Him get a big following, as you say, him have 20 million on Instagram, and then 6 months down the line, as Davian said, when you reach this amount of fame too early, it's hard to maintain it. And if you can't maintain it, the people, them ungrateful, them going to say,
You fall off. You fall off.
But some of them get no fame.
Yeah, but hold on, this guy boring. I thought it was a bigger package. Or, them see you for 5 minutes, them you have them attention for 5 minutes, and then a bigger artist or a next new artist come, and them give this artist them 5 minutes, and them come off of you. And them just forget about you. As I said, them put your CD in a them drawer, and the drawer just get a dust, and you just...
And then them say, what happened to you? You fall off.
And
Brother,
that's just it for you.
You say Jamaica.
So you consume music.
Me get that, But Jamaican young artists, them, this is why I have to blame them. Anything they want to know, it is right in front of them in Jamaica. Them can look and see who are the successful artists and who is not. As a podcaster, yourself, brothers, there's podcasts want to look on YouTube and say, okay, I want to emulate them.
No for them.
Yeah, man. Can
Don't
name a
it?
few.
Yeah, man. No for them. You say you want to take a little piece or you do this more. That segment you do bad, we need to incorporate something. Like how the
And
person you reason with him gets them. I'm
thank
learning
you
from
very
them.
much. And you tell me, say, these artists don't see example of that in Jamaica if you follow.
Yeah, but I think with artists though, you
Yeah.
get the ego aspect of it. I know ego coming like a buzzword now, but when you go up on a stage yesterday and 2,000 people are chanting name, that feeling,
Dangerous.
is a wicked feeling to try and lose. That
Dangerous.
feeling
Dangerous.
addictive and intoxicating. That feeling make you feel like you're a superman. And who can tell you nothing the next day? When you see a girl all tear off her clothes and I fling her panty on stage for you tonight, and then
Dangerous.
tomorrow you go home to the same house after you day up here and go down. Uh,
Dangerous.
me, me hope we never experience that crash there, cause it's like it's like somebody take coke and then they come down and you say, Jano, I hate that.
Dangerous.
Once you experience that, you want to get that feeling and go feet and go feet and go feet again. And when you don't reach it, it crush you.
It
That
destroy
feeling
you.
that alone
But you see,
because your own demise.
but we keep myself, why is it that footballers, every other thing can, even the Afrobeat artists, them can aspire to be the person on top? Why is it in dancehall they're not doing the same?
Them
In
do it.
running, everybody want to be Usain Bolt. Nobody don't want to be Asafa Paul no more. They want to be Usain. In a football, every look at footballer want to be Messi and Ronaldo. Nobody don't want to be Ronaldinho. Or nobody don't want to be Wayne Rooney. Why in dancehall these young artists want to be the youth them around them? They don't want to be the greats them what with.
No.
Because them now do they now do music what them see them a do work. We can't forget when coffee boss, toast, yeah. Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody sees a coffee style work, but nobody doing nothing near to what coffee is doing. Everybody's talking at them or do things when not working. Not working, it don't make sense.
As we say, Oscar,
All
on the big picture, it not working. But around them and the voices that them hear and the feeling that them get, when a man come and say, Father, you're the baddest thing I wrote, you sing the hottest thing. Or
Where
you
you go
sing,
train
or
him
you sing
from?
what you do to the girl, John, Father, so you take on the street. And that feeling when you're a young person, it intoxicating. A lot of these artists, them young and them get caught up in it. It's until they reach a certain level in the career that they realize that they don't need to do this. The same Beenie and Bounty, they go through this as well. The only thing is, back then there were less options on music, so they had time to grow and mature into the artists they are today. Whereas these young
mm,
artists, they don't really have that much time to grow and mature into it. As you quint, as you blink, so it gone. Your time gone.
Your
but
15
these
minutes
youths
done.
are you see in a bunty them
Credit
days, yeah.
done.
In a bunty them days. Bunty say when is a shabba ranking drive come and see you in a must be blue Benz.
Yeah.
Him say a shabba me want be like. And him work towards that to be like Shabba till him clone Shabba voice and find a voice of him own.
All right.
We now see that in a dance hall. No. You see what I'm saying? We now see it in a dance hall now. So me
Yeah.
I say, look on Popcaan. Popcaan is the most successful dancehall artist in our past, maybe 15 years, 10 years, out
Internationally.
of Jamaica,
Yeah.
internationally. See, even in Jamaica, because they're not a bigger hit song than him down there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
None of them.
None
Yeah.
of them.
Why them now try to emulate what him a do? Why? Because as me say, example is there for them to follow. If an example them want.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for them. Or maybe that's just their ambition.
Oscar, I
If that's
can't
their
say that. I
ambition, it's
can't say that.
fine.
Oscar, I can't say that. Me is a different generation and we can't compare the old generation to this generation with certain things. Right, you know, if I want to buy a house, it's a different market than when my parents them look for buy a house. If I want a different, want a raise or pay, it's a different market. There is a nuance to the thing. It's a different culture and it change. It's hard to replicate something that was there 20 years ago. And just like how I'm talking now,
Mhm,
if we become one of the biggest podcasters in the world,
mhm.
10 years from now, that podcaster that is looking up to us will be different and they'll operate in a different market. And I can't use my fat and fry for them podcasts. Because it's a different thing them I work on. You see what I say? So they have some similarities there,
Mhm.
but you have to take into consideration that the culture change a little bit. The market different. It's not the same thing them I work with. Them not upon the same battlefield. And in the same ball field them I play upon. So them can't play like Ronaldinho. Them have to move like Mbappe now because the ball field change a little bit. You see what I say? So me know so them have a responsibility to look up to them elders and say, yo, let me get some advice from you. Because that advice is crucial. You see what I say? And a young youth asking for advice and asking for help in our culture, are not the easiest thing. We know grew up in our culture for ask our next man for help and advice and mentorship. We no grow up in our culture like that. We grow up in our culture, you see a man up at the top, you figure out by yourself or you get to the top. That's
You're
our
very,
culture.
you're very individualistic, Davy.
So
Yeah, big.
as me I say, and it's not until they reach a certain age then you realize, say, yo, there's nothing wrong with me asking this man for help and some mentorship and some guidance. When
Yeah,
you're in
big.
your early teens and you're under, I mean, that's under 22, 23,
Mhm.
you have the mindset they say, yo, the world is yours and you can't do it all alone.
And you want to live your own life. You want to
You,
chart your own path.
and you want to say, I did this alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you
Me
grow
get
up in a lot of these artists, them grow up in a garrison community, and the dance aren't 45 and 50 anymore. The dance are 21, 22, 23. And what people look up to? People look up to a Dan more than a man or a manager bank.
Mm-hmm.
It's them
yeah,
little intricacies that we have to say, oh, our culture, it's so dynamic, it cause it cause certain distinctions where we can't really compare our time with them and say, oh, them to do the same thing. Because
And you
Oscar,
know,
your reason for a level up here saying no. If somebody understand your level of reason,
mhm.
them have to depend your level at your wavelength. And if you not depend your wavelength, I'm gonna say yo, you talk down to him and I'm gonna resent you and not listen to nothing what you say.
Yeah, me get that in, brother. But here, I say, well, before I go further, Ricardo say most artists sit on basically the big show them sign. Artists might sign. Most Jamaican artists sit on the big show them sign
that's true, that's
to
true.
Them
record.
sign to some either to some
Mm.
French label. Right now, the French labels are signing a lot of the artists that will perform in Europe.
True,
Yeah,
that's
So them
true.
have a little connection there.
me not go deny that. But you see, if they never have the songs where I connect with the people, people sign artists where they can make money off of.
True.
People sign artists of the formula where them want for use make money. Because it's a money making thing. So if most of these artists did have the flavor where record label want, they would sign.
But before we go
You
no
feel me?
further,
But huh?
before we go no further,
Yeah.
um, would I like to know from Dan, what is the atmosphere like when it comes on to, younger artists asking for advice from, artists who have been here before and done it before, when it comes on to the European context? Based on your experience, things that you have seen over the years, like, because we just explained how we would basically do it in Jamaica. How have you seen it happen here in Europe,
with the
for
artists,
example,
the
for
new artists.
artists? when it comes down to asking advice or looking at examples from before and taking from
Mhm.
it and using it
Well, I
versus
think
trying to
the
be
maybe
themselves and go ahead.
yeah maybe the dancehall artists like Bonte,
Hmm.
Beenie, and this kind of artists, the lyrics um maybe people think there are so many artists that think I would like to be like Bonte or Beenie because not only of the music or lyrics
Yeah.
is lifestyle. For example, um,
Hmm.
I have a friend that she went to Jamaica and she saw a Bonte show. Okay, and she tell me the bountykilla show in Jamaica, it's not the same show as a bountykilla show in Europe
Not the same.
Not the
be-
same.
Oh,
Did she tell you
because
why? Did she tell you why? What
because
difference
Bounty in
was there?
Jamaica is his shows is talking and about the ghetto people and fight for the rights of the ghetto people. I think that the young artists of now, Bounty and Beanie and these artists of this times, they made music for leave the ghetto.
yeah,
These new
Yeah,
these new
man.
artists only want to make money and be rich.
yeah.
Mm.
Tony, a real talk. Like right now, if an artist go on Rotterdam
Mhm.
singing gun songs, you're not getting no forward. You have to
No,
sing love and peace.
not at all.
That
You
is
have
true.
to
Yeah.
sing love and peace songs and melody. Even if you have a gun song, maybe you sing the melody of it. Because when you talk to the crowd, all you have to say, peace and love and revolution. That's what the Europeans want. They don't want to
Is that
really hear the gun song, even if you have a bad gun song. If it
Okay,
have a
most
vibe, maybe.
Yeah.
But
most people don't understand the lyrics.
it,
true?
Have a
And
snippet,
them
have a bit some of them make sense.
Don't
them
yeah,
speak
understand
a
the
different
lyrics,
language. Yeah.
and most of the people, for example, the people who goes to Rototom, most of that kind of people, yeah, I love reggae, I love dancehall, but really love the dancehall culture or do you know about the Jamaican culture?
yeah,
And
Hmm.
it's only I only listen reggae and I don't understand the lyrics. I don't know what I say. It's good, nice, woo, love, peace, love,
Mm.
for real.
and
It's a different
and
crowd.
yeah, and
Different
look
audience.
this last years in Rototom, the main stage, the last years is the same artist all time.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
artist, Barrington Levi,
Leave it. Yeah.
Alvaro Rossi is
Yeah.
Always.
the festival
Alpha
man.
Blondie.
Yeah.
Alpha
Yeah.
Blondie, Beenie Man in
Beenie
Yeah.
Man.
is
Always.
and
Capleton.
and
Yeah.
for example, I think maybe as an artist or dancer lover, I think I know that one of these problems is may can be the visa, okay? But if
No, the European visa is not a problem, to be
Problem.
honest.
no
No, not at all. From
no
Then we
Jamaica.
get
okay
it, man. Then we
The
get
no
it.
European
it's
visa is not a real is not a for artists,
yeah
it's
for
not a
artists
real
no
problem because you
it's
can apply no, the Schengen visa
hmm
is probably the easiest one to get.
okay if I, for example if I am the 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 boss of organized Rototom, if I really love the reggae music and Jamaican music,
Mhm.
for example, in this past 2024, maybe I have to check who is the rising reggae artist or who is the rising dancer artist and try to take this artist to my festival
That's what I felt was missing from it. And in the
because
upcoming weeks, we're going to speak with some of these organizers of the European festivals, have an interview to see get in their mindset because I don't think that's something a lot of Jamaican artists get to know how the European organizers view them and view booking them as well, especially
David.
on the big shows. Because
David.
right now, if you don't have a big name, it's hard to get on the big shows. And I feel like every big show, they need young artists on it.
No, but
I
David
want to go
there.
to big show and find out, oh, is a new artist this? Let me give him 15 minutes, Stand up in his son for him for 15 minutes.
When
Because
we
that's how
have
you
time.
ask people if I know.
When
Yes,
we have
Oscar.
time. when you have time, yeah, sorry. When you have time, type in UK festival. I'm trying to remember the headline. UK, just type in UK festival meeting about Jamaican dancehall artists. Them tried, listen, they see, when I read the report, the man them said them identify some young artists in a Jamaica what them would have liked to bring on the festival. And when
Yeah.
them contact them, what they're asking for, it's crazy.
In a realistic.
In a realistic, because you know them said them want do things to kind of help the culture, whether it's true or not, of them said. Seeing? So them identify them see some young talent coming through the culture in a Jamaica. And when they approach them to try to get them on a festival, the price what them a charge was them a charge price. You have to about an artist will probably have a one hit song, because let us be real. Majority of the young artists in the past 7 years only have one or two hit songs. What it in a Jamaica.
It
If we be real.
internationally. One or two it international. And probably have more local hits.
Who it internationally?
When you call artists, cause me that say like Valiant and them artists there, them have enough tune who can work internationally.
Yeah, Valiant
Valiant
award
a
them
big
a
artist.
bust internationally.
Skilly too.
Yeah.
Skilly Bang,
Skilly Bang gone.
yeah.
Long time. Because me not call Skilly Bang new artist, because Skilly Bang bust around 7 8 years ago.
All right, but when you talk artists, them artists they can do. Them have some international songs.
But you know why them have
Because
international song also,
Skilly Bang Skilly Bang was in some the last. Skilly Bang was in, I think he was in Summer Jam last year.
Yeah, man,
He
him
was in
did
Summer Jam last
enough
year.
show last summer in Europe.
Yeah, so but my name said then try to get some young artists who have forged through the place of Jamaica. And when them contact them, brother, I can understand if Skilly Bang say, listen, I want this.
No.
I have to pay him.
No. Before he improve
Because
himself.
yes, you have to pay him, because him worth it and can pull that crowd. What they're saying, some artists where them see probably have a one song where hot up Jamaica and they want to bring them across. And trust me, brother, they must say, yo, Ray, they must have to rethink the whole thing. That is the reason why you find at the same artists them are they on the same festival them here after here after here, because they stick to them no work.
Yeah. But Oscar, respect what you say. And right
Yeah.
now, I think it almost on the 2 hour mark with the pan. And thank everyone for
a lot of
tuning in for
time.
2 hours. Please like, share, and subscribe. And when we repost this, share it with your friends, share the clips that you like. I'm happy to do that. Follow us on social media. If you're new here, we drop podcasts weekly. Every Thursday we drop an episode. Maybe London Yard TV say, oh, we probably do something probably on a weekly or at least a monthly where we have a little conversation about the music. Our podcast
Yeah,
is
man.
not only based on music, we reason about a lot of
Enough other
things.
things.
Lot of things. We talk about jackets in Jamaica. We talk about university education and them thing that we talk about every little thing in the culture. What we feel can reflect it. Music just happened to come up a lot because when you think of
Youth is life.
Jamaica, you think about the music, you think about
Yep.
the
Yeah.
food, you think about the people, you know. So we try to be a diverse podcast. And this year, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try and have more guests on, you know, have some more perspective. Me and Tonil perspective. Sometimes it just be me and Tonil, but when you have an opportunity, will be others. We have a couple episodes that we're gonna drop soon. Firstly, we're gonna drop one. Think tomorrow we're gonna record this one. We're gonna call it 60 minutes with a Trump supporter. So we're gonna sit down, have a
Shout out to them too
conversation,
much.
and get in the mind of a MAGA Trump supporter.
Yeah,
That's
man.
one to look out for right before the inauguration. We also have an episode dropping next week. This episode will do talking about the TikTok situation in Jamaica, along with giving our recap of Freedom Street. It's a bit late, but the Christmas break, you have to take time to yourself and
Yep.
re-energize and you know get started fresh for the new year. So next Thursday, look out for that episode talking about Freedom Street and the TikTok situation. Will TikTok be banned in Jamaica just like how they're planning to ban it in America? And before we even end this episode, we have to shout out to anyone in California right now. Hope you're keeping safe. You
Well,
know,
man.
hope you safely evacuate, even if you lose all your earthly possessions. As long as you have life, you can build and start from there. So shout outs to them, keep safe and everything.
True.
Dan, London Yard TV. Thank you
Big up on
guys so
yourself.
much
Yeah, man.
for joining, especially on such short notice. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Love
I
the
think for
support, bro.
me,
Always,
the
man.
conversation was very riveting. And Oscar, I love the debate with you. I swear to God.
We know, we know. Myself, likewise.
Yeah, love the debate with you. You always provide some good point. One thing when you say it harder for the older generation, the younger generation, look up to somebody, and the reason with you, when I was growing up, one thing I always do every evening after I get home from school, me was the youth whether I try to get a domino game with the big man them to get some of the reasoning in. I
Yep,
have to learn how
yep,
to play a domino game. So me
yep.
view the world differently. Me spend a lot of time in the evening just sit down there and wait for one of them so them have to go home or them tired so me can get a game and listen to the reasoning what them I say.
True,
Until
true.
me prove myself. So when me go there, them can say sit down here so you're good now. You see me?
Yep.
So much respect for you for the knowledge you share. Dan, love your perspective, or you share the perspective from a different angle. And I think it's a perspective where Jamaican artists need to look at as well. See what is the pulse like in other countries, like in Spain. Because one of the most painful thing for me living in Spain for the past few years is see Popcaan say I'm gonna tour Madrid. And me and Tony will buy with ticket, ready for rent car.
Somebody say it in the comment section. All
Yeah,
know him can reach.
ready for rent car. I tell you, Oscar, when me see the man, them send me back the ticket and say, yo, your money will be returned to the account. Ball more and ball. Me I say,
Show
Popcaan, I come
cancel.
and Spain.
Ah,
And me never
never.
see him live yet. I will buy the ticket and it never work out.
I saw
But
Popcaan. I saw Popcaan here in Barcelona
So what was it? What,
some
them,
years
them
ago
revoking visa?
with
no, I don't know what happened, but
Hold on,
he
hold
was
on.
still in the UK. But they just canceled the show. They never say why. And we don't know why the show was canceled. But,
oh
you can speculate
Hold
anything.
on.
It
Hold
could
on.
just
Dan
be
there said something. Dan there said something. What was
I
that,
saw
Dan?
I saw Popcaan when he was racing with Da Vinci here in Barcelona.
in
Ah.
Barcelona.
Oh,
I
see.
didn't. I wasn't there at that time. That must have been a few with Ja Vinci. That's definitely a long time ago.
Good
You
while
know what
ago.
was funny?
2010.
When I was coming to Europe,
Mhm.
when I was coming to Europe for the first time, I think this was in 2015 November. I was on the same flight with Popcaan
Ooh.
and
So
his
me in the same
entourage.
show him go.
I was on the same flight with him, getting off in Germany
Ah.
to get there.
Mm.
All we land at Frankfurt at the same time on the flight. And
Mm.
just like I hear him say unruly, it was an unruly flight. Popcorn in first class and the unruly gang the road there. And you could have noticed them there. But I would say, guys, tune in, like, share, subscribe, all of them thing there. London Yard it done. If you want to shout out the thing, shout it out, and then we just lock off the show.
Yeah, man. So, as I say, London had the TV. We'll drop a video tomorrow about me. I beat somebody tomorrow. So, me I drop a video tomorrow.
Who ya beat? Who ya beat?
Eh.
You have one guy we talk about movado can fool the stadium
Yeah.
at Jamaica.
Yeah.
Him have a beating, forget.
Him can't, me I beat him because him,
A
him not
thousand
sense.
lashes.
1,000 lashes. See, so me I drop a video tomorrow. Me I
Yeah.
record it tonight. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, it's always a pleasure if you share the vibe with the guy. I see it. 'Cause I don't know anything go.
Respect, brother.
Love
Yeah,
it, love the
man.
whole vibe. I see it. And hope we can do something on a regular, if even once a month. Just come, whole of vibes are every week, however it can work.
Yeah, man.
That
Yeah,
good if we
man.
do something like that. You see me? I don't know people. Big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, like and share, comment. And I say one more thing. Because one of the things where we come here so tonight, come with a reason, is who are looking at the dancehall. What I want to do, honestly, may I say it again? If you are going to send somebody to represent Jamaica on a world stage, musically, and our dancehall vibes, who would you send? That's all. Just be honest with yourself. Peace and love.
Much respect.
Everybody,
Done.
you don't know anything, go.
Full
Final words,
respect,
Dan.
and I'm so grateful for make call me for this podcast. and it's a pleasure to meet with Tony, Lavine, and London Jelly.
Yeah, man.
And I'm here for whatever you want in the next episode. And you hear a new follower and subscriber.
Give thanks, give
Give
thanks, give
thanks. Much
thanks.
respect, Dan.
Thank you. Respect, respect.
Much respect. Tony, you have nothing to say? Are we out?
Well, we just want to say again, the word of the day is underwhelming.
And you check out the episode, there are several words in the day.